Discuss is America's accounting professor at Montclair State University, Dan Geltrude, and in studio with us, the CEO of Chickasaw Bank, former Speaker of the Oklahoma House of Representatives, and current Oklahoma Transportation Commissioner, T.W. Shannon. Gentlemen, welcome. T.W., I'll start with you. So Fed Chairman Jerome Powell, he's keeping his title, and he's expected to increase interest rates to combat inflation. Do you think this is a good strategy? I know people, have been refinancing because they've been fearing that these interest rates have been going up.
Well, there's no question that when you have this, unmitigated inflation, that they're going to have to raise the interest rates. The challenge is, and this is something that doesn't get spoken about a lot, Alison, America is $30 trillion in debt right now. When you add in all of the debt that the country owes. If we go back to the Jimmy Carter days, and it really looks like we may, where inflation soared to over 20%, if we even get to 17 or 18%, the total amount spent on just servicing the debt will be more than the entire federal budget. So it will be more than $4 trillion just to service the debt. So while Jerome is going to have to, or Chairman Powell is going to have to raise interest rates at some point, we really can't do it enough to curb inflation, because if we do, the country will be completely bankrupt. So we're in a quaking quagmire that only gets worse because of the Biden administration continuing to pump more into the economy and continuing more unmitigated spending. You can't spend your way out of a pandemic.
No, it's like when you're in debt with credit cards and you just keep opening a new credit card.
That's exactly right.
Yeah. All right, Dan, Elon Musk sells another $1 billion in Tesla stock. He's now sold nearly $10 billion worth. And this month alone, Tesla stock has dropped about 9% since Musk's November 8th Twitter poll. Remember that? Do you see this hurting the company long term?
Well, the way he's going about it would be less than ideal, and I assume some of the shareholders are not so happy. Look, in the long term, Elon Musk isn't going anywhere. He's a visionary, and he's going to continue to, no pun intended, drive that company forward, and I trust that Tesla's stock will recover. However, Elon Musk is somebody who has a tendency to do things his own way, which is far from the ordinary. So asking the public through Twitter whether he should sell stock, well, that's a little unorthodox.
I know. But I have to think, Dan, though, he does get people interested maybe in the stock market who wouldn't have before because they follow him and admire him.
Well, I think that's certainly true. I mean, Elon Musk is an icon. He certainly has a lot of people watching him. And he's not just smart, he's entertaining. Yeah. So you're right. A lot of people are finding interest in what he's doing in the stock market, in Bitcoin, in everything he talks about because of who he is.
Yeah, no, and he's got a good car. All right, Ikea is becoming a landlord in Japan with a tiny apartment it will rent out in Tokyo. All right, let me emphasize the word tiny here. This 107 square foot apartment will cost just 86 cents a month to rent. I had to read that like twice because that's insane. According to Ikea, the kicker, only one unit is available, but it will come fully furnished with Ikea furniture and accessories. The company is accepting applications from potential tenants. All right, TW, would you live in an apartment that small? I mean, that's smaller than New York apartments.
The question isn't even would I live. Could I fit in it? I don't even know if I could.
I don't think you could.
Can you imagine me trying to duck in? Yeah, I think, some of these Asian countries that are just so super populated. Ikea is smart to start thinking about how do you build tiny homes. We've even seen some of that movement in America, but I think it's really a trend long term. I mean, my family and I, we're here. We're a family of four. We like real estate. We like a space. Like all of a sudden, after a long day when you've been out with millions of people in Times Square, you need to come and you need to kind of spread out, or you start turning in on each other.
Yeah, I can't imagine my family all in that one place. Dan, would you move out of Jersey for this?
I don't think so. Even for me, not quite as big as TW. That would still be a little tight for me. But listen, you can't beat the price of that rent.
Yeah, 86 cents is a big deal. And but of course, if this was America under the Biden administration, that 86 cents would quickly become like $87 a day because of the Biden inflation that we're seeing.
I know, you're right. All right, lastly, Dan, a sticky situation for our allies to the north. Canada releases 50 million pounds from its maple syrup reserve. And amid global shortage, according to Canadian maple syrup producers, the warmer and shorter than expected spring led to a 24% year-over drop in syrup production. So, look, there's shortages in everything.
Yeah, can you imagine that we're having a shortage of maple syrup coming out of Canada?
Yeah.
I mean, that to me says it all. And for Canada, quite frankly, that's a national disaster, as well as for all of our pancake and waffle lovers around the world. So I'm glad they're releasing that reserve, giving us a little bit of relief. Hopefully we'll get past this, especially through the holidays. Everybody likes to have breakfast.
Yeah.
I got to be honest, I didn't know there was a such thing as syrup reserves. I guess that's
didn't
a new
either.
thing for
I
me.
guess we got a lot of reserves. All right, Dan Geltrude, TW Shannon, you guys are the best. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Allison.
Of course.
Thank you.